Man, my details are really hard to read on that other screen. I think did I say that? I think I said that when I did Christmas Shopper Simulator. It's like, man, that's the stuff over in the corner, like the timer that tells me how long I've been live, is like really tiny. It's like, yeah, I'm probably just repeating myself there. But okay, welcome to this stud solo. Save game to restored, none. Okay. Game type cleanup, speedrun, eh. Oh man, there's a lot of... I didn't realize how many maps this place had. Overgrowth? Eh. It just made me think of Bad Boy, that's all. Caduceus. Unrefinery. Umbra. Oh, I see. They have length. They're different sizes. Let's find a good small one. There's a small one. 0G therapy. That was about 45 minutes. Let's do this one. Game rules. We have checked you will not be given the sniffer tool. So you're finding areas of the... Oh, okay. I want it. Footprint limit allows you to limit the creation of footprints to a higher scale and a larger number of decals allowed. Okay. Time to get to work. Okay, I'm a janitor, age 21. Junior executive janitor. The cleansing of this section of this section of the facility is of the utmost urgency. Ventilation is to be turned off by tomorrow, as many alien spores were discovered in the ductwork. Well, that can't be good. The source of which was found to be this area. Failure to clean this area will result in access doors being sealed and the ventilation systems isolated from your area. Does that mean I die? I think that means I die. The company advises you to consider the lives of other technicians in the course of your duties. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the person in scrubs. I'm not in scrubs. Am I? Look at them. Look at them up. There was one bit of the mop that just had it. It stayed up to... Oh, look at it! Speaking back! Sorry. Hey, how's it going? Hey. So we're cleaning up today? Yeah, we're cleaning up today, mop. When are we not cleaning up today? Gotta get some water for my sloshing machine. Slosh-o-matic, sorry. I don't know the controls. Okay. Can I pick it up, please? Yeah, take that, bucket! Yeah! Yeah! Get some! Okay, but seriously, I would like to pick you up, please. It's probably someone screaming at their monitor right now, just like, it's Half-Life controls! I've never played Half-Life. Come on. Pick up the bucket. Okay, fine. Oh, not that. Options. Controls. Oh, it's not. Oh, there we go. Key bindings. Forward, backward, strafe, interact. Mouse wheel. Drop, hit. Excuse me. Throw, mop, hands. Oh, I have to switch to hands. There we go. Okay. Get some more water. Get some more toilet paper. I actually probably will have to get more toilet paper after this. That'll probably be one of my tasks. If this place has a bathroom, that is. Do not put on or around the device. Any and all perpetrators will be punished for bumped up for reassessment. Those words are very glowing. Okay, now hit the button. Oh, excuse me. Hit the button. Hit the lever! Whatever gets there. Whatever gets me water. Alright. All that just to get started over here. Okay, that's my log. Ugh. Log. No. No more, please. No, it's fine. I didn't hate log. Okay. Yep. Looks pretty good. Let me get over here. Yep. Good. Clean up that blood. Alright. Do I need more water? I don't know what it'll look like when I start to need more water. Man, look at this. Look at... No, not that. Despicable. Where's the incinerator? Where's the thing that I throw garbage into? I think I'm making footprints. And in hindsight, it's like, yeah, I really should have just started from clean floors and not, you know, walk into blood. Because I'm just making more work for myself now. But I want to find the incinerator so I can properly dispose of this trash. Disposal bins. I think I was rotating it. But, alright. Nope. Carefully. Into this, right? Into this. Please. Nope, that's the other way. It's my first day. Leave me alone. But what do I do with the... Oh, is that it? Is it the furnace? The furnace. The furnace. Enjoy! I know I will. Man, this thing's kind of... This area has kind of got that Banjo-Kazooie kind of thing going on, where it's like, you know, most sci-fi settings would just have the colors all be one... Have all the lights be just one color. But look at this. Blue light, green light, red light. Here's some blue over there. It's yellow. Oh, we're doomed. That's what it says. Okay. Do I have a flashlight? No, I guess I don't, because that would be F, I bet. This is going to be hard to see where I, tracked footprints. Oh, and there we go. My mop is bloody. Clean the bloody mop. See, it's funny, because it sounds like I'm mad. But I'm not. I'm just cleaning floors that actually are bloody. How do I... Can I clean my shoes? I think I'm continuing to make more footprints. Oh, look, there's some more trash. I should have brought a bin over. All right, well, let me clean the path to the furnace so I can walk back and forth from there. So it's funny, I was going to start in that little alcove and work my way out. But a new concern has arisen that I should be able to easily access the furnace without tracking footprints everywhere. Doing good. Doing good. Ah, man, you know what? I don't have my Caution Wet Floor sign. Or my Wet Floor album to play on my Squid phone. I'm surprised the water bucket is still usable. Oh, look, giblets. Because I know the bucket will start to get dirty. And I'll have to throw it out and get more water. What was that? Okay. Giblet? Giblet. That one kind of looks like a jawbreaker. Maybe it's someone's jaw. Maybe it's a giblet that broke someone's jaw. I don't know. I don't know how giblets work. Oh, yep, it's starting to get a little bloody there. But as long as my mop end is clean, I suppose it won't be a problem. I'll get to you in a second, Wall. Trying to get my footprints. Although I did say my prerogative was to clear a path to the furnace. The furnace! How many times am I going to keep doing that? Yeah, I'm going to get a new bucket. No, no! I was wondering what would happen if that were to occur. And what happens is I get sad. Whoop! Okay, okay. You don't like the buckets. Oh yeah, didn't it do that last time? It probably did that last time. Hey, what if I dump this out onto this? Can I I can't really do that. Oh no! It's stuck! No! Get out of the floor bucket there! I mean, it's not unstuck, but I did get to see what would happen if I knocked it over, and it was bad. Well, okay, well, bad was when I knocked over the bloody one. And when I knocked over the clean one, it was just nothing. Nothing happened. I keep tracking footprints, dang it. Okay. What if I... Almost. Please get unstuck. They did not say this would be part of the job. This was not in the job description. There. There we go. Okay, I'm going to try again to put this in the thing and have it exchange the bucket. I feel like that's what should be happening, but it's not. Oh yeah, bloody. I think I've seen people dip their mops twice. I have not seen evidence that you have to do that. I think they're just thinking a bit too realistically there. See, I didn't kick the bucket. I stepped on the bucket. Totally different. Alright, no, not the log. Just carry the bucket with me. Which is the smart thing to do. It's the efficient thing. I'm not very good at efficiency, but I do know that if there's something you have to repeatedly return to, having it closer is more efficient than leaving it where it is. Just like these giblets. I'm just going to leave those where they are. Because I want a path to the furnace. Which I've been told the furnace is fun. And you know what? I believe that. Except I've also heard that the furnace is a quiz. I'm seeing no evidence of that. But, you know what? I'm okay with that. Ooh, it's nice and toasty, too. Alright, let's see if I can dispose of those buckets in the furnace. You know, smelt them into ore. Careful not to knock over my current bucket. Yeah, this map is kind of small, isn't it? Like, I think I already know the entire depths of it, which is cool, because I feel like I'm almost done. Even though I'm not, but let's pretend I am. Let's also nudge this over, like, over here, so I don't kick it on the way to try to get rid of all these extra buckets. Maybe the next guy will clean them up. I don't know. Do we have a bucket guy? Maybe the bucket guy is me. And I just don't know it yet. I'll leave that closed while I get the next one. See if anything happens. The furnace just reminds me of that one Dishonored level. Stilton's Manor. Where there's a bone charm you can get. If you, So it involves time travel, so you gotta go into the past. And to get the bone charm... Oh yeah, the buckets are gone. To get the bone charm, you have to go into the past and dispose of this wolf body in the furnace. And then in the future, they won't have a fly infestation growing over the safe. And then that's how you get the combination. But the bone charm will be gone, so you have to go to the past and open up the safe there with the combination that you learn in the future. Whose broom is this? This is not my broom. This is not a cleanup detail certified broom. Let me get one of these. No, you know, I'll keep cleaning up the blood first. I've got a blood cleaning lust. A bloodlust for cleaning. Cleaning lust? It's not funny. I should stop. But is it any more clever to say that it's not funny? Isn't that the whole thing with parody, is that you can't just say, haha, isn't this thing bad? You have to actually do something clever with it. But then, like, what's the difference between that and, like, lampshading? I guess the thing with lampshading is, like, you can't just lampshade something, you have to also, like, avoid a trope in the process. Big bang. Oh, there was music the whole time. No thanks. I like all the screeching and scraping I hear. Do I have a ladder? I don't know if I have a ladder. Or I can just reach, apparently. Yep, I can reach. This mop is just hilarious. Makes me think of, what was that sound? It's like a wah wah. Sure, background noise. Makes me think of Monsters, Inc. For some reason, I feel like there's like a really good moment for Monsters, Inc. that I like. I can't summon to memory what that is right now. No, not that. Oh, there's some blood there. Excuse me? You know, I just realized, like, if I'm not supposed to put the buckets back in the water machine, what do I do with the dirty water? It's quite the question, I suppose. Maybe it's not that much of a... Maybe I just put it in the furnace. I hear evaporated blood is great for your pores. Yeah, I'll keep cleaning up the blood and I'll get the trash later. Yeah, this totally just reminds me of like an opening to like some kind of shooter, like Metroid Prime 3 or Halo, that kind of idea, you know. You're on a Federation ship, but then the Federation ship gets attacked, and that's where the action starts. I can't tell how bloody my mop is. It's kind of bloody. Should move the bucket, too. Actually, it looks like the bucket's bloody, too. Let's get rid of this. Time for a spa day! Get some evaporated blood and... Are these floor switches? This reminds me of Tigtone. They had a joke about floor switches in the very first episode. Because Tigtone likes to make video game references, but it tends to not make them very video gamey. It's just like if you know the design trope, you know the joke, but otherwise it's just like, is that a video game reference? Not that the show says that, you know, but I'm mimicking what the first time viewer might say. Right, I gotta get a new bucket. So yeah, there's in the first episode he goes on a quest that makes him go through a dungeon, and he's in there alone, and he comes across 2 floor switches and he can't reach them both at the same time. He's like, wow, I can't get these switch. I actually can't remember what I'm saying. What Tigtone says. I don't know why I bothered to try to do. Well, I was gonna say why I bothered to do a Tigtone impression. I didn't even try to do that much. I was just trying to summon the dialogue, and then I realized, oh wait, I don't know it. But yeah, so he realizes the floor switches are a problem, and then later, he finds someone in the dungeon that's imprisoned, and he frees them. And then he gets, stop doing that. And then he gets back to the floor switches, and so he's got this other person with them, and he cuts them in half. Puts one half on the switch, on one switch, puts the other half on the other switch. Of course, the guy's fine, because his ability is to he's got an incredible regeneration ability. So he could be cut in half and then continue on. So it's not like one of those, typical adult shows where it's like, oh, ha, he murdered to get progress. I mean, he kind of had that attitude, but, like, it was okay because the guy didn't die. And then that guy became his sidekick, Helpy. And that's kind of a common thing, is that Tigtone will take advantage of Helpy's regeneration. Despite the fact that Helpy still feels pain. But that's part of the comedy, if you will. I won't, but maybe you will. Stop. Giblets, do you want to stop splurging? Like, I realize it's January, and you probably got Christmas money right now. Maybe still some left. I don't. I bought too many Zevas to have Christmas money left. Which is a shame, because I still want Zevas. I still want some more. If I had more money, I would buy more Zevas parts. Because there's particular parts I'm missing that I really want. And some I need replacing. But oh well. Sleep now in the fire, bucket. Probably sounded like I was trying to do like a action movie one-liner. Nope, that was a reference. Yeah, I can't tell if I got the blood there. Would help to have a flashlight. Also, I ought to get a new... Oh, I did footprints. Yeah, I guess I'm supposed to clean up the giblets first and then mop the blood. But I keep doing footprints. And I would rather not leave footprints in the dark. I'd whistle in the dark. But not footprints. That's not part of the song. Alright, giblet time. Everybody's favorite time. Oh. I can rotate. Okay. Cool. I don't care. Oh, wait, that's a can. Well, whatever. Giblets and cans. Some might even say they're the same thing. Ho-ho! Crisps. What are we, in the UK? That's not okay. No, it's fine. I don't care. I don't know why giblets makes me think of like how people have taken to calling chicken nuggets chicken nuggies. And it's like, why? Why is that a thing? Why are... Like, aren't we supposed to outgrow calling them nuggies? Aren't we supposed to outgrow calling things with, like, the IE at the end when it's not supposed to have that? It's like, oh no, I slammed my fingies in the door. I need to go to the hospital-y. Maybe get some bandages-y. Get some pillsies. It's like, I thought we were supposed to outgrow talking like that. I don't get it. When have I ever gotten it, really? Bone! Wait, it... Nope, it's... There we go. It's a whole leg, okay. Or is it? No, yeah, this is the bottom of a leg. Oops. No, go in like this, please. Because if I have the foot sticking out, that'd be funny. Reminds me of the Inspector Gadget movie. Which, you know, I think that was the first time I ever saw Andy Dick in a movie. And then, like, he was in, at least a couple other movies I saw. I guess I can't remember them all. And Who's Asking? It's like, I remember he was in Employee of the Month with Dane Cook. And I like that movie because I like Dane Cook. Runkle Krishko? Sorry, I'm just gonna throw you away. I don't think I can do anything with this. And, you know, I just bring that up because it's like the train of thought of people hate Andy Dick. And I never got why until I started reading Ask Reddit threads. And it's like, you know, some threads about like, who isn't in jail but should be? Stuff like that. And it's like, oh yeah, you know, they're right. Andy Dick probably should be in jail. And if you don't know why, good. Don't read into it. I mean, it's not like the worst thing in the world, but it's like, oh yeah, he's bad. I think his acting is fine, but like, yeah, on a person skills level, did I? Yeah, I just went over. People skills, social level kind of thing. Yeah, not good. But I prefer to focus on the people who are good, like Steve Buscemi. You know, that's someone who's like, yeah, I've seen him in movies. I like his acting. I think he's good. I like characters he's played. And I remember reading a story about him on Ask Reddit about celebrities who are good. And someone shared the story of when they saw some, like they were at a hotel with some other celebrity, like where some other celebrities were having a party, and you could see some of them from the balcony. And the person telling the story, you know, the storyteller waved up at the balcony. He could see Steve Buscemi, and Steve Buscemi kind of perked up and waved back. It's like, oh man, I enjoy the mental image that that creates in my head of Steve Buscemi being happy that someone waved at him. Like, not that I think he's like, you know, like a lower tier celebrity or anything. Like like people don't wave at him. Like, he's Steve Buscemi. People know who he is, I'm sure. I know who he is, so. And I usually don't know who people are. So that should mean something. Oh, I guess I gotta get a new bucket, huh? Well, I'm still collecting giblets. Is this a giblet? Do I even want to know what that is? Oops, wrong button. And then there's celebrities that it's like, it's hard to tell, like, how friendly they are. Because I have heard some, you know, there were some stories in there of, I mean, not stories, but like, you know, in that thread of who are some good celebrities, there would be some people who would be like, Shaquille O'Neal, and then some other people would be like, no, but I remember one time he was not good. I heard a story about him showing up and he was in. It's like, oh, okay, well then I guess I don't know if Shaquille O'Neal is a good person. I'm just gonna go with yes. He seems like he would be a good person, so I trust that. And I remember reading a story about Adam Sandler, where he was like, I think he was taking his son out for lunch, but the place was closed. And he kneeled down and asked his son, like, all right, well, they're closed. Where you want to go next? Or where you want to go instead? So it's like, yeah, I could see Adam Sandler doing that. I bet he's pretty good with children. Get out of here. 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 Is this corner clean? I get the giblets. I get the blood. Nope, there's a giblet. I mean, I guess it's not really a giblet. I think of giblets as being like round body pieces. So whatever that is, if that's a part of someone's body, that's not a giblet. I like how if I click the rotate button, it kind of just sets things upright. If I just, if I tap the button. I'm doing it again. Oh. I should move the bucket closer. Should I get a second bucket? I feel like maybe I should. The unfortunate thing about this being physics-based is that, yeah, you put things in the basket and they're still running on physics. Oh, I just realized what these are. These are dog tags, more or less. This is to say, hey, these giblets, Monty Garm. Hi. It's a hand. Hi. That's stupid. You gotta hand it to me. That was pretty stupid. See, that's better. That's funnier than just saying it was stupid. Excuse me. Excuse me. Come on. Hey. Come on. Oh, my hands are all bloody now. Well, how do I fix that? Come on. You're cheating. This is not how it's supposed to be. Can I? No. Well, I gotta... No, that's... I keep going the wrong way. There. Maybe I should use the buttons to switch instead of the scroll wheel. There we go, it's rolling. It's not breakdancing though. It's not Fallout 4. There's no breakdancing giblets in this game. Or sometimes blade and sorcery. Oh, come on. Oh. There. Ah, toasty fire. But I know people make fun of games for being glitchy. And, I guess that's fair. But I'm not someone who minds. I've said this before. I think glitches are just... they're fun. As long as they don't impede your gameplay. Like breakdancing limbs in Fallout. That's fine by me. It just adds to the character. To the charm. Oh. Comes to blood splat. And I'm probably doing footprints now. Dude, get in there! No, don't close it! Don't get stuck! Let me make sure my mop is clean before I start smacking this giblet. Here. No. Now I gotta mop my footprints, and I gotta keep mopping my footprints until I stop leaving footprints. Like that, floor! Apparently that's the name of Nightwish's current singer. It's like Floor Jensen, something like that. Oh man, is this a bunch of... do I have to pick all this up? Aww. Yeah, I just think that's an interesting name. It's Floor. Which, I realize it's like... from a different culture than mine. It probably speaks a different language than I do. So Floor probably has a different meaning. But to me, I just can't think of the ground. What am I supposed to do with these? I'm gonna leave these where I found it. These aren't gonna fit in the furnace. What are those even doing there? Bloop. Okay, we good? Have I cleaned up all the cleaned up all the giblets? Is it time to move on? Did I get all the blood? What time is it anyway? I think it's time to move on. Supply bucket. You may be the last bucket. Unless I find more giblets, and then I'm probably going to make a mess. And then I'm probably going to need another bucket. Oh man. The deep humming is gone. And now my head feels so clear. Except now there's the light buzzing. So let's not linger. Let's go back over here. Oh no, giblets! Don't make a mess. Fent Anderson. Sorry. Oh, it's shotgun shells. Well, I hope they're spent. Because I'm going to put these in a fire. Although I think the Mythbusters tested that. I forget if that was myth confirmed or myth busted. Oh, they had Chinese? Oh, man. I want some. I just like to think that this is the scene of a game where the healing item is Chinese food. So they're firing off their shotgun and then they get hurt themselves, so they eat some Chinese food in the middle of battle. Not completely unheard of. It's like there are games where you heal with eating food. It's like Cyberpunk. I could get shot in the face and then eat a taco to survive. Which, you know what? I believe it. Because, like, sure, a taco's not going to help you recover from a gunshot wound. But it's going to help you live after getting shot. You know? Oh, no, does stuff bounce out? Oh, I'll pick it up later. I forgot where the furnace was. Boop. See you never. Do I gotta go in the vent? Good. Oh, but what about this vent? Good. Oh, there's blood up there that I never got. Okay, I was right. I do need another... Well, okay, I'll finish cleaning up loose things. Was this where I thought stuff bounced out? And then I'll make another pass for blood. Just think, you know what I was saying earlier about how this feels like the opening to Metroid Prime 3? Yeah, there probably was someone who went around on that Federation ship after the fact and cleaned up all the dead Federation troops and all the dead space pirates. Who knows if it was actually like a specialized team like me, or if it was just some guy who's like, okay, well, you know what? You're doing it because we need someone to do it, and the dice rolled you. Personal property of janitor. Hands off. Well, I'm janitor. What is this? Oh, a ladder. Oh wait, where was it? It was over. It's over there. I didn't know I have this. There. Whee! Yay! Yeah, using the numbers is way easier than the scroll wheel. Jammed. Maybe some of this. There we go. Cool. That makes me wonder if there's any more blood in high places where I need my... Oh, yep, over there. Well, like I said, I'm going to keep cleaning up the stuff around on the floor. Scattered pieces, spent shells and all that. There's probably someone out there who compares himself to a spent shell, which is sad. You know, it's sad that anyone feels the need to... Oh, I missed that entire hallway. How did I do that? Yeah, I just think it's sad that anyone feels that way, that they would compare themselves to a spent shell. That they would feel so tired as to compare themselves to something that has fulfilled its purpose. Oh. I guess the snapping system doesn't work if the thing has stuff in it, but that's good, because again, it's physics-based, and it's I think things would be inclined to clip outside of the basket. Which, you know, I feel like I shouldn't be talking so fourth wall breaky, but I also don't want to roleplay and pretend like this isn't a video game, so I'm on the path I have chosen, which is this one that you are viewing right now. I like this. This is zen. This is the good kind of not annoying. It's not annoying because it's the good kind. This is the good kind of menial tasks, you know? It's like Stardew Valley, you know? Like, farming in real life wouldn't be that much fun, but because it's a video game, and because it's something that you get to just turn your brain off and just be like, okay, what do I want to do? Okay, I'm gonna plow this field, and then plant some more seeds, and then gotta water it. Oh, I'm out of water. Let me go over to the lake, the little pond, whatever water feature your farm may have. I hit the wrong key there, just because I couldn't see the right key. I can't see any of the spent shells, apparently. I can't see that section of my keyboard, so it's hard to see. Slipknot said it wasn't really hard to see. I said it is. I don't know what keyboard they're using. What mic stand they have. Probably something pretty professional, because, you know, they're a pretty successful band. I bet they've got all the good sound technologies at their disposal. You know, audio capture devices. You know, Slipknot also saying, put your hands into the water. And I can't. It won't let me. I cannot put my hands into the water. Put my hands into the water. Apparently my mouth is sick and dry already. I don't have to let it. I hope these references are bizarre enough to be funny, but not so bizarre where it's like, dude, what the heck are you even talking about? I have no idea. I'm completely lost. I'm gonna actually take a drink of water right now. Oh, my bottle's closed. I don't get why I do that to myself. Why do I always leave it closed? Like, I'll get more water, and then I'll set it down closed. Why do I do that to myself? Because I know the next time I go to take a drink... I think I just stepped in blood. I know the next time I'm going to go to take a drink, I'm going to groan about the fact that it's closed. I was like, I got to open it. So why do I always leave it closed? Okay, time to boost my efficiency here. Put that there. So I can just do this. Too bad I can't throw things. That'd be fun. But then there would be those cases where, you know, you overshoot and it bounces and it flies off to Michigan. It's like, I gotta go pick that up. I basically just made myself have to do it twice. Excuse me. I would really like a flashlight. I can't imagine how much more of a pain those larger dark area maps would have been. Oh, wait, there's some stuff. But yeah, balancing it on the side, that's how you get things done. I thought there were two. Okay. There's another spent shell. I think so. I think it's spent. It looks like high caliber ammo. You know, like a sniper rifle bullet, but without the top, which means it's been fired. Oh no, it's got no job. Aw. See, that's why spent casings are so sad, because they have no job, because they've been fired from a gun. There was a setting for footprints, and I wonder if I could have turned them off completely. I have it set to unlimited, so I should be careful. So funny. You know, and another thing this makes me think of is, like, I feel like this mop could have been a Zvoz joke part. Because, you know, sometimes the figures... Actually, I think most sets would include some kind of joke part. Man, it's so dark over here. Oh, hello, spent casing. Hello, bucket. Like, my first figure, Skulljack. He comes with a squid tentacle. I guess I should have explained first. He's a skeleton. So there's absolutely no rhyme or reason for him to have a tentacle. But he's got one. Predacrawler comes with a teddy bear head, which I think is supposed to be a reference to claw machines, because not only does he have 4 legs like... I'll pick that up later. Not only does he have 4 legs like a claw from a claw machine, but he has on his right arm a big claw for grabbing. So I think that's supposed to be the reference. And then the guy he comes with, Cryo Katana, that guy just has, you know, he's an ice guy, and he comes with a snowman head. Like, the joke there is pretty obvious. The connection, what it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's oh, I should have gotten another basket. Aw, no. Rude. Guess it's not that much of a problem. I still need to... I need a mop over here again anyway. So I just have to... It's just a couple more splotches of the mop. You know, squishes, dabs, if you will. I won't. Oh yeah, there was a thing I dropped going this way. Where'd that... There's a can. Jingo Pop? Never heard of it. Probably because it's pop, and I live in America, and we call it soda. Maybe cola if you're feeling fancy. Are the lights always flickering over here? Aw, Julia Haggard. Julia Haggard. My mouth started making the R noise too soon. Alright, mop. Mop Psycho 100. That's me right now. I am Mop Psycho. You know, it's funny. This morning in the shower, I was thinking, like, you know, I've been subscribed to Overly Sarcastic Productions for a little bit. It'd be cool to see them put up a new Trope Talk soon. And then they put up one today. So that was cool. It was about, I forget what they called the trope. Power-ups, that was it. So, like, the idea of, like, a hero losing to a strong villain, but then something happens to make them spill everything, and then they have to clean it up. And then something happens that makes them stronger, so that they can win. Which, you know, what I really like about Overly Sarcastic Productions videos is that they don't approach tropes like they're necessarily inherently bad. As they say, they're tools. They're not, you know, inherently evil. They're something to be used. Like a tool. I'm bad at explaining that, but you know what I mean. Which just, it feels refreshing, honestly, to have someone approaching, you know, some kind of trope. Like it's not the end of the world for a plot to use it. You know, like, I feel like a lot of critics, or you know, people who talk about things critically, you know, who go into the details of good and bad writing, or good versus bad writing, I'll often be like, oh man, if you use this trope, that's like, you know, you lose your audience's attention and the suspension of disbelief. So it's really refreshing to hear the tropes be talked about in a way that's like, yeah, you know what? You can make it work. You don't have to avoid this trope, just do it in a way that works. Which feels kind of inspiring to me as a creator, because it makes me feel like, you know, what I'm doing can work as long as I make it entertaining. You know, it doesn't matter how I approach the situation as long as I do it in a way that's entertaining. Which is really what entertainment's about, you know? That's why there's so many genres, is because, you know, there's so many different ways to tell a story and so many different ways to make it entertaining. And no one form is any more or less valid than any other as long as it entertains. Ah, man, I made more footprints. You know, it's like, I know someone who thought superhero movies were dumb, who's also a really big fan of shonen-style anime, where it's one guy who wants to be really good at something, and he's gonna stop at nothing to be the best. It's like, okay, so you think superheroes are dumb and cliche, and then shonen is like the best thing ever? Like it's not the same thing, where if you just play all the tropes straight and do nothing new, that it's not the same as doing the same thing in a superhero setting? Which, and then it's also like, you know, the people who think like, oh man, Superman is dumb because he's so overpowered and he always wins. It's like, no, Superman isn't bad. Different approaches of Superman are bad. Like, if you thought Man of Steel was a bad movie, it's not because Superman's dumb, it's because Man of Steel was a bad take on Superman. Which is something I also learned from Overly Sarcastic Productions. I very much enjoyed that. It wasn't a trope talk, it was actually what they call a detailed diatribe. Oh, I missed a giblet. Which I forget which video exactly it was, but yeah, talking about Superman. Because it's like, and they talked about this, but I'll say it here in case you haven't watched that, because maybe you haven't. I'm inclined to say no, you haven't seen that, but what do I know? Where'd that giblet go? Oh, over here in the blood that it made because it hit an object. It's like there's a lot of people who are like, man, Superman is dumb, but you know what's really cool? Watchmen and The Boys. It's like, okay, but those don't make superheroes cool just because it makes them adult and edgy. And I guess I wouldn't know anything about The Boys, aside from what Overly Sarcastic Productions has talked about in their Superman video. Actually, I think they did 2 on Superman. It might have been both of them. But, you know, what makes Watchmen good isn't that it's a subversion of the bright, colorful, you know, Superman kind of thing. Oh, this bucket is spent. What makes Watchmen good? Actually, I should stop myself right there because I don't remember what they said makes Watchmen work. But I did that spill, and I hope that contained inside the furnace. But, oh, I remember one thing is that, you know, Watchmen isn't good because it's like, oh man, what if there was Superman, but he's evil? It's like, no, it's like people act like Superman is boring, but then the thing they think is better is more boring than they realize, because you know what happens? And again, this is just something that Overly Sarcastic Productions said. You know what happens when you make Superman evil? You get literally every supervillain ever. So it's not an interesting idea to go, what if Superman was evil? Which I agree with. I've never liked that idea of juxtaposing things just for the sake of the juxtaposition. Where's my 2K? There it is. No, it was supposed to be 1. That's the mop button. You know, I don't think Watchmen is inherently better than, like, you know, the average DC superhero fare, because it's like, oh man, Rorschach kills people. Isn't that cool? It's like, no, Rorschach is cool because he's... Again, I can't really remember. Where's my bucket? I really don't want to hit my bucket. My water bucket. Okay, it's over there. Rorschach is cool because it's like... I think the thing about him is, like, he's a twisted hero. You know, he's a hero who's seen too much bad and has kind of just submitted himself to more bad. You know, fighting fire with fire. Like, he's pretty much lost his way. Oh, there's a panel down here. Okay, cool. Kind of lost his way as a hero. And then there's, like, Dr. Manhattan, who kind of is like, I guess you could say, like an evil Superman. You know, someone who's ultimately powerful, but also just, like, does bad things, kind of. Jammed? On what? But again, I really shouldn't be talking about this, because it's like, I don't remember the explanation of why Watchmen works. And then, like, certain other what if Superman were evil kind of things are bad. But it's not like it can't work. You know, like I was saying, that they say, giblets! It's like evil Superman can work. You just have to... You know, the juxtaposition can work if you actually juxtapose it against something within the material. Like, Invincible. Invincible isn't a what if Superman were evil story. It's got its own version of Superman in the story. And that's why it works. Okay, just don't... I was gonna say, don't max out and slam me into the ceiling. Well, I guess it did max out. Okay, I think I'm done up there. Now we're gonna clean this. And you know, that video also gets me thinking about, like, my own characters. Like, my own, honestly, kind of overpowered, anti-hero character. It's like, you know, I kind of just made him because it's like, you know what? I think this would be fun. And it's less about him, you know, oh, is he gonna win this fight? And more just about, like, where is this story going? You know, ideally. If I actually succeeded in making an interesting plot. So he's basically Superman. But, you know, kind of mixed with Rorschach of, like, you know, he's been twisted into a killer. Are we done here? I feel like that was it. No, wait, no, there's still bullets back there. And I'll take this. No, I'll leave this bucket because it's still kind of clean. Don't give me giblets again. Excuse me, ladder. I'm trying to remember where I was going with talking about my own character and, like, you know, the evil Superman comparison. It's like, where was it going with that again? Why do I feel that way about him? It's like, yeah, the video I saw about Superman and the subversion of such makes me think about, like, oh yeah, you know, if this guy is ultimately powerful, like Superman, I guess that does kind of make him a sort of, like, variation, you know, not necessarily evil Superman, because he's not supposed to be evil just because he kills. But he is that, you know, as powerful, pretty much as powerful as Superman. Or I guess more an apt comparison is Batman, because it's like, you know, he doesn't have a kryptonite, but his weakness is the fact that he's still human. So if you stab him, he will bleed. If you shoot him in the face, he will die. The hard part is getting the opportunity to shoot him in the face. Okay, let me get out the noser. I have no idea how this works. What am I even doing? Oh, I guess green is for, like, trash? Wait, it went... Oh, that's just the glare on the screen, I think. Yeah. Ah. Footprints again. Yeah, I guess what I was trying to say with like the Superman comparison is like the thing that makes Superman stories interesting isn't like, oh, is Superman gonna win this? It's more like, how is Superman gonna win this? Because, you know, an interesting Superman story is more than just Superman punches a guy until he wins. Should I get a new bucket? I don't know if I need it. Let me dip my mop first. And that's kind of where I think of my own superhero character is like, well, first I should get some water so I can actually talk. You know, it's more about the ideal that the character holds than it is about the powers he uses to uphold that ideal. Just like Superman. And I'd also realized, like, why is it not coming down? Don't! There, can I get you down now? Am I just without a ladder now? Oh. Okay, close, please. Alright. One thing that some writers forget to utilize about Superman is that he cares. You know, he isn't just a superhero because that's the right thing to do. I just stepped in more blood, didn't I? But because he genuinely cares about the people he protects. Which is where he and Superman and Batman... Oh, there's another shell. Become similar characters. You know, you may think of them as opposites because Superman has all kinds of powers and Batman only has his wit. They both really, really care about people and are really keen on not letting people die, no matter who they are. You know, it's like, oh, well, you know, things would just be so much easier if Batman killed the Joker. It's like, yeah, but that's not the point. Or maybe that is the point, is that it would be easier if he killed the Joker, but he doesn't want to because that's against his ideals. Killing is wrong, no matter who it is. And that's the same thing with Superman. There are some situations where it's like, well, you could just kill him. You're Superman. You could punch a hole through his head. It's like, well, yeah, but that's not the point of Superman. And that's why making him a killer does not make him interesting. It's because he's interesting because it doesn't kill. It's like, it's kind of the same thing with Batman. It's like, oh man, what if there was Batman, but he kills? That's the Joker. And I guess Red Hood as well, maybe. You know, when Red Hood is being a villain. I know in Arkham Knights, or Gotham Knights, he's become, well, he's one of the playable characters, so I assume that technically means he's a good guy. I should probably get a basket, but, whatever. I feel like I was going somewhere with that thing of, like, Superman doesn't kill. And the thing with the character I keep mentioning that I can never feel good. Oh, let me tell you about my original character. But it's like, it's on my mind right now. Why don't I talk about it? It's that, you know, he's not like Superman in the fact that he will kill people, or won't kill people. He does kill people, But he's, like Rorschach, he's been... I guess I don't know Rorschach well enough to say that he didn't kill before, but, you know, he's been twisted... He's been pushed to the point where he's like, alright, you know what? If you think killing is so great, how about I kill too? You know, how about I kill the villains so that they stop, you know, doing wrong? But his thing is that he's a former member of a hero organization that the heroes themselves kill. And he doesn't agree with that policy. Or at least didn't. And he was pushed to the point where he's like, you know what? Alright, fine. You think killing is okay? How about I kill you? And so it's kind of like Invincible, where there's that dynamic of, you know, someone who thinks killing is wrong versus someone who's okay with killing. You know, ends justifies the means, I guess you could say. Can I have my... Thank you! Come all the way down, please. Thank you. Good ladder. Did I get everything now? Let me get the noser out again. And kind of the arc of my character is like... I hope I don't step in the blood again. Is it up? I can't tell. 'Cause it's so dark! What setting do I even have it on? Yeah, the character's arc is like... I can never figure out where to start when I talk about it. Because it's like, I want the reader to have the realization on their own. I don't want to throw it in their face. Of like, here's what you should be knowing. You know, here's what you should be understanding about this character's arc. So I find it hard to talk about the arc. But I keep hyping it up like it's revolutionary. No, it kind of is a revenge story, but there's also the twist of, you know, and added a little bit of extra flavor of, oh yeah, the blood up here. Blood flavor. Yeah, added flavor. Like he's got this apprentice who has the same power set as him. I thought I saw giblets stuck to this. And he doesn't want to train her up because he knows that by associating with him, she'll be in danger. So at first he refuses. But then he's like, okay, well, you know what? I suppose she's probably in danger either way. She's probably going to try to be a hero no matter what I say. So might as well teach her to be a good one. You know, teach her to use her powers so she can not get herself killed later on. But then he just ends up having to protect her from the hero organization that's trying to kill him, and now, as a result, trying to kill the apprentice too. And then it's like, then you start to realize, like, he actually, he kills his enemies, but he's still passionate about protecting people. Because he knows how precious life is, you know, how much one death can mean to the people involved, you know. Like, okay, so I kill someone. And it's like, okay, well, I can live with that. But, you know, what about the people who knew that person? Can they live with that? Oh, here's some blood. So there's, you know, death affects more than just the person who died. See, it affects me. I gotta deal with the bodies. That's why death is so bad. And then, like, at the end of his arc, he's like, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna go to the guy at the top of the organization. And I'm going to try to negotiate with him. But of course, the guy at the top doesn't want to listen to negotiation because he's so set in his ideals. He's so firm, he's so adamant in the idea that's like, okay, well, yes, I have to kill people who are bad because there's no such thing as redemption. If you give them the chance, they will kill again. And the protagonist kind of serves that he's like, kind of proves it right. It's like, oh, well, you killed someone before and you killed again. So it's like, well, I guess I have to kill you too. So they fight and the protagonist loses and dies. So it's like, okay, well, maybe he was right. Maybe he did need to die. But since the head of the organization didn't want to listen to him, it's like, why do I keep saying it's like, stop that. Did I get everything yet? I think that noise means no, I have not gotten everything. And then I kind of want the story to continue as like a, not necessarily the butterfly effect, but that kind of, the one character died, so now we're going to follow someone. There's more blood. Someone whose life he impacted. Oh. It's just like that part in Metroid Prime at the Phazon Mines where there's those space pirates hiding in the ceiling, but if you blow up a nearby explosive, they die. So you end up ambushing them on their ambush. Anyway. Yeah, so it's like you would then follow the guy's apprentice as she not only has to deal with her teacher's death, but also deal with the people who are now trying to kill her. Do I need to mop this? I don't think so. And then, yeah, let me get a bucket. Or a box, I guess. And she ends up defeating the organization. Well, not necessarily defeating the organization, but she beats the head by figuring out... She actually figures out his weakness. And she realizes a part of her powers that her teacher couldn't teach her. Teacher couldn't teach her because it's a part of their powers that even he didn't realize they could do. Oh wait, yeah, this bucket's still fine. I think I was just standing on it. Oops, don't do that. Oh, that's a bit. Put that in there. So yeah, she finds his weakness and freezes him because his weakness was ice. And she didn't know she could use ice, but then she accidentally uses ice. Which ties back into that Trope Talk video I was talking about, the power-up kind of thing. And so, the guy, the teacher couldn't win because he tried to use brute force and lost and died. And so then the apprentice wins because, well, not because she wasn't intending on killing him, killing the head of the organization, but she finds his weakness and is able to win the fight without killing him by finding his weakness. And then she freezes him and sends him to jail. Okay. Keep looking. And I was thinking of, having there be other, like, beginner heroes that the teacher saves the lives of, and then when he dies, they band together and form like a hero counter force to counter the superhero organization to get them to stop killing people. And then after that, I think it'd be cool to have like a villain who thinks his powers mean he has to be evil, but then he learns ways he can use them for good. I don't even know what setting I have this set to. Is this blood or is this trash? It must be blood, because I think the other setting... Excuse me. I think this is the blood setting. But I can't see in the dark. Was that a giblet? Man, if you were to take a drink, you know, make a drink like an alcohol drinking game, not just water. You made an alcohol drinking game out of every time I say giblet, you'd probably be dead. So don't do that. It's probably too late for me to say that. If anyone, I mean, it's not like I actually expect anyone to be doing that right now. But if someone were, I'd have been too late. Oops. But no, it's not like I think people just start drinking games on the fly. I mean, maybe I don't know how people drink their alcohol. Okay, am I good now? There was something around here, and I think I had it set to, yeah, that's got to be trash mode, then, which means the other mode is blood, which means I should be done with blood. I don't actually know how many things I have left, so I don't even know if it's worth going back to, you know, going over to get a box. I guess I will, because I guess I don't know how many parts I need, and since I'm going back anyway... Oh, there's a piece. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that story idea. I just hope I can pull it off in a way that makes people enjoy reading it, even if it's, you know, at its core, starting off as a revenge story. It's like I said, the whole thing that got me on that whole tangent is Overly Sarcastic Productions makes me feel hopeful that, you know, anything can be good as long as you do it in a way that's interesting and entertaining and isn't just a trope played straight with no interesting twist. I mean, I guess, no, that's not even correct to say, because even, you know, playing a trope straight can still be interesting if you have an interesting direction to head in after that. I don't know the thing to say, but yeah, like playing tropes straight does not mean you're doing things wrong. And I'm not really sure where the line is between, you know, using a trope for you know, the effective way and using it in a bad way. Except because of the video they posted today about power-ups, I do know that Dragon Ball is the go-to example for bad power-up usage, because, you know, it's the thing that's most notorious for bad power scaling. Because it's like, oh, what are we up to now? Super Saiyan Mega God level 5. It's like, oh, was it even matter anymore? Like, Super Saiyan was the thing that was exciting. And now they just use it so much, and they've surpassed it so much that it doesn't even matter. It's not even... Oh, there's a light! There's a light! I have seen the light because I'm holding it in my hands. But yeah, I think we all know by now how Dragon Ball's power creep has kind of not ruined it, because there are still people who like watching it. But yeah, has not been good to the series. Because apparently it started off as something where, you know, Goku was already like the most powerful guy around. Started off bulletproof. And then he had to use intelligence and wit to beat his opponents. And then basically after the Frieza arc, it's just like, oh, here's a guy who's immune to Super Saiyan strength. What do we do? Oh, Super Saiyan level 2. There we go. That's an interesting story. The end. Oh, wait, no, here's a guy who's immune to that. Super Saiyan God level 3. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Whew, crisis averted. But again, it's like, you know, there are people who still enjoy watching Dragon Ball. So what does it even matter? What does it even matter that, let me get the lamp again. Wait, what? It's going again? Are you the blood detector? Ah, there we go. Yeah, there's still people who still enjoy watching Dragon Ball. So what does it matter that the power creep has gone insane? Which again, it's like it's refreshing to have that idea reinforced. Because I know there's so many people on the internet who are just like, man, Dragon Ball sucks because power creep and nothing matters. And death doesn't matter in Dragon Ball because they'll just get the Dragon Balls and wish them back to life at the end. It's like, okay, yeah, but you can still enjoy the journey. Just because you know where it's going doesn't mean it sucks. Like, do you get on a train and you go, man, this train sucks because it's going to go to where I bought a ticket. It's like, I bought a ticket for Moscow. It's going to stop in Moscow. That's so stupid. It's like, no, that's what you bought a ticket for. Honestly, I feel like that's a good analogy. Like, if you know where it's going and you got on the train knowing it's going there, what's the big idea? Or, you know, what's wrong with that? If you want to go to Moscow, get on that train, man. Which, you know, in other words, it's like, you know, if you know something is stupid and you're going to watch it anyway, that's fine. You know, more power to you. As long as you're having fun, that's the part that matters. No! But I still need a basket, because I need a basket for the giblets you just now dispensed. Honestly, who's putting giblets in the box dispenser anyway? Who's doing that? You know, I've gone on this rant before, but I'll say it again because it's kind of relevant again. There are people who get mad about localized stand names in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and it's like, why? Why? Like, I get that, you know, not modifying art is good. You know, censorship and stuff is bad. It's like that's one of the reasons Rapture was built. I mean, maybe not necessarily, but it's one of the things they advertise. It's like, hey, come to Rapture so you don't get your art censored. But you know, it's JoJo. It's a comedy series. What does it matter if the stand is called Diver Down or Diver Drive? Either way, it still works. And as I said, while playing Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, with the vehicle I made called Diver Drive, I think Diver Drive sounds cooler. So if anything, the localization made it better. And I still can't remember the name of that one stand from part 4. But there's this alien guy whose stand is originally called Earth, Wind, and Fire. But the localized name makes it just sound so much more interesting and unique. Because his power is shape-shifting, so why is it called Earth, Wind, and Fire? Actually, I will take a quick moment. Hopefully things didn't break. I will take a moment to look up what that stand was called. You know, what they localized it to, because it sounds better. Not urge. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Terra Ventus. Doesn't that sound way cooler? It's like, yeah, I get it. JoJo's supposed to be full of music references. All the stands are named after songs or albums or bands or whatever. But you can't tell me Terra Ventus doesn't sound cooler than Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like, yeah, I get it. Earth, Wind, and Fire is a musical group. But Terra Ventus sounds way cooler. Diver Drive sounds cooler. And what does it matter if it's, you know, Shining Diamond or Crazy Diamond or whatever? Am I standing right on top of it, or? Oh, is it my bucket? I can't tell if I got all the debris. I'm supposed to be ending soon anyway, so I'll just take this bucket and I'll shove it into the furnace, because that's what I do, I think. Aha. Nope. Oh. I thought that was a piece of viscera, which is what I should have been saying this whole time. They're not giblets. It's viscera. It's literally in the name. Also, you know, it's funny. Me talking about JoJo stand names. You know what's relevant to this talk. The character I mentioned before, because his name is Forte, and I named him after a Slipknot song that I really like. So yeah, if I had to change his name, it's like, yeah, I wouldn't like that. But it's just a music reference. I don't need his name to stay Forte. I can figure something else out. Something else at. I didn't get this whole wall? What's wall with me? That sounded better in my head. What is wall with me? I feel like I got a mouthful of cotton balls or something. No, wait, it's one. And I think I'm standing on light, yep. But I think I'm also almost done. No, don't wash the light. I still can't get over that. It's like, how do you not think Oops. How do you not think Terra Ventus sounds cooler than Earth, Wind, and Fire? Am I spreading ashy footprints? Gosh darn. and I'm spreading ashy water. Ugh. I've never had to deal with ashy water, but I bet it's gross. Plonk. Oh, hello. Okay, this is starting to get tedious now, because it's like, oh, I think I'm done. Let me just scrounge around for more stuff. And then I find stuff hidden behind boxes. It's like, okay, it's just one piece. I don't need another box. And then I find more things. And then I pull out the thing to be like, okay, am I almost done? And then it's like, okay, there's one thing left over here. And then I go and do it. And then it's like it does... It's like stuff is spawning in. It's kind of what it feels like. I'm gonna throw this in the furnace because I bet it's considered junk now. Because I broke it because I was mad about stand names. I've become the thing I've sought to destroy. Just like Dragon Ball. Oh, it's only on when I'm looking at it. Okay. Okay. Let's take this bucket. Hang on. Yeah, this says no mess. No moppables. So this, I'm assuming that's... Or wait, no, that's moppables. See, the other one is trash. And this one's saying moppable. Which is why it's detecting the bucket. Cleaned over here. Just these. It opens from this side! Yay! I hope I don't have to mop the furnace. Because of all the buckets that I put in here that spilled over. Did they turn off the vents? Because it has been an hour. Okay, let me get the light that I didn't break. Almost there. Man, this is the one that said 45 minutes. And when starting out, I was like, man, I'm doing pretty efficiently. I bet I'll be done soon. I'll be done sooner than they say. And then I very much wasn't. Not again. Stop doing that. Don't break my light, man. Don't break my light boxes. Okay, you know what? I don't need a box. Because the furnace is right there. Take a giblet. Leave a giblet. Viscera! Dang it. I had that revelation earlier and I forgot it. But I won't forget this foot. Man, what is wrong with my thinking today? Because now I'm just now my mind is just going back to Zivaz. It's like, man, just come up with new topics already. Stop revolving around the same ones. That doesn't make it revolutionary. No pun in action. I really did not mean for the pun. Yeah, no, it's not gonna make my commentary so exciting. It's like, oh, it's all interconnected. No, that's storylines. Sure, that's exciting, but commentary, no. No one thinks that. Man, it just makes me think of like a, you know, you're customizing your Z-Vaz, so you take off the shin because you want to put a new one on. You want to put someone else's shin on. And then you get the Dragon Balls and you get Shenron. I'm gonna break that light, and if I do, I'm just gonna stop. Oh. Not the mop. Okay. Oh, I wanted to change modes. Let's turn it off. Okay, so now there is trash. Which wasn't there before. Wasn't it saying over here? I really should have, like, read a guide or something, at least to tell me how the noser works. That's good enough. Please swipe your card and pull the crank. You met requirements of a company as well as your own high personal standards? No, I'm not done yet. I was just checking the machine. I am proud of my performance and certain it will meet approval. Demoted! Oh, I didn't realize it was an office. I just love this mop. Enter code? I don't have a code. What about that door? That door has a code. More mops! Stiff mops. Oh, okay. It's like when you trip over something, but you catch yourself so you don't fall down, you know, you stay standing, but it just makes you jolt forward and you kind of stumble a little bit. It's like, oh, you didn't trip, you just teleported a little bit. It's fine. Worker slips on blood. Bleeds. The irony! I did not mean to click that. Aerospace Sanitation Inc. Oh, so we're not called Viscera Cleanup Detail? We're not the cleanup detail? Those are the details I did not clean up. 94%. Time taken 4104. Or 141. What? Team size 1. Oh. I took twice the amount of time they expected on that stage. Incident report forms. I would like to read that, please. There we go. Filed in particulars of the IR-8 form. This serves as company record for both your conduct and the incident itself. Worksite details. Below are the form and worksite particulars as filled out by the technician in charge of the operation. Yeah, 94%. 1 hour and 40 minutes. Jeez. Well, no deceased employees. In my book, that's a win. And Superman's book. See, it's all interconnected. It doesn't really say what I missed, though. It just says, you know, I missed 6%. All right. That's going to be it. I got to Alt-Tab to get out of there. Thanks for watching, and on Monday we'll be starting Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge. The real Banjo 3E. Bye.